If in doubt and you can't see me, she's a good person to watch. Okay, so, first thing we're going to do is open our mind. Okay, don't be afraid to move yourself around so you can see well. So there's some nice fresh air. Think about it entering your mind, connecting through your body, and right down through your feet into the ground. And breathe it in. And breathe out. And as you push it through, you can bend your knees as much as is comfortable. You get a sensation of down and up. And if you're and how much you bend varies greatly in any class. So you do what's comfortable and maybe a slight push for you, but we're not about going out of our comfort zone. Okay, and now let's begin. Breathing in and breathing out. When we breathe out again, bend the knees and lower the head. Breathe in. Breathe out. And the shoulders are really relaxed. This is impressive for a beginner class because wherever I look, I see upper bodies are straight. And you're letting your thighs and your knees hold you up. Your upper body is staying straight up like an arrow. Okay, then relax. And then let's warm up the spine. If you let your arms swing freely, you'll end up slapping you and you get a little bit of self-massage. You should do about 20 of these because they're so good for you. If you get dizzy moving your head back and forth, you can look straight ahead while the rest of your body twists. You don't want anyone being dizzy in here, that's for sure. Okay, and I will remind you that if you think you're going to need to sit down, make sure you're near a chair and don't hesitate to have a chair near you if you think you might need it just to hold on a little bit while we're moving around, okay? So, and we're going to start the first neck exercise. I'm going to do a little less talking today. Since we've done this is our 5th class. And this is a good opportunity to practice keeping your elbows relaxed, not extending your arms too far. Once more. And then we push the palms away. They don't go very far. Good. One more time. Get used to the fact that our palms are only going to go about that far. Okay, second neck exercise. Both hands start, one hand stays below. And upper body is facing forward. And we're watching the palm go to the side. Switching. Watch your palm go to the other side. Switch. And it's just the neck that's turning. And while we're doing this, we're standing with our knees in a slightly relaxed position. They're going to be working. Our legs are going to be working during the whole class. And one more. And relax. Okay, for the shoulders, we're going to rotate forwards. And now rotate back. And gather some more of that, this fresh air. Really push it through our chi, our energy in our body, just to move around. Okay, and a few more shoulder exercises I like to do. Arms out to the side, as high as you can comfortably do. And then we're going to make little circles. And then change direction with the circles. And now with the arms still straight out, we're going to rotate them. And now arms still and rotate the wrists. One way and the other way. And relax. Okay. Put the hands straight out. Stretch the fingers out and then curl them. And then invert the fists and spread your fingers out again. Stretch them out. I like to think this helps me get ready for it's a little bit of gardening. Strong hand to pull the weeds. Okay. Now, while we're still near the shoulders, I'd like to very quickly tell you that I've had a really nasty flare-up of rheumatoid arthritis in my shoulder. And several months ago, I couldn't do this. And it was a physical therapist who helped me do what Tai Chi does, but in a more aggressive way. And that is what I'm always saying. She's been working with me to shoulders back, but not only back, but down, so that your shoulder blade back here is pulling down and against your rib. Try to envision that. It's amazing. What I'm doing is the arthritis created not much space here, and the doctors like to call it bone on bone. And every time I did this, I was getting creaking and grinding. If I think about shoulders down and back and shoulder blade pulled in, I can do this, nothing, no creaking. And that was all just being aware of my posture. So when we work on posture in Tai Chi, you can see how beneficial it can be. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm a little elated about it because I started to garden and it doesn't seem to be a problem. I'm not saying I'm totally, it's hard to do that all the time, but the improvement is so dramatic, and it's just being aware of the body mechanics. So, okay. So we just finished the shoulders, and we're going to do the spine. Grab it all, doesn't matter, right and left don't matter because we'll do both sides. And now we're going to move the whole upper body to one side. Switch hands on the ball and come around to the other side. Switch. And switch. And one more. And back to the center. Relax. But now make the ball again. And this time upper hand pushes up the ceiling, lower hand pushes down against the floor. And we're going to come back to the middle. When we switch hands, we also sink knees. And elbows relaxed. And one more. Relax. Okay. So that was the spine. Now we're going to do the hips. And we're going to do an exercise today that's going to help us actually learn a piece of a new form. And that is, we're going to put all the weight on one leg. And we're just going to we're going to come up on the ball of the foot that's empty, that has no weight on it. We're going to take a little bit of a high step to the side. And when we do that, the weight gets distributed, right? And then we're going to let the weight go back to that original leg and step the empty foot in. Okay, now we're going to put all the weight on my right leg, and we're going to step to the side here. The weight naturally shifts, and now we're going to shift it back, and then we're going to lift up empty foot, and the weight shifts. And each time we step to the side, we do it with a totally empty weighted foot. So our weight is shifting from one side to the other, and back again. And we're getting this sensation of always being aware of shifting weight so that when we step, we have an empty foot. This is actually part of one of the forms we're going to learn. Okay, and you can relax. And the second spine exercise, or hip, sorry. We're going to put one foot forward, empty foot, hands push back. And the hands come forward. Very aware that all the weight's on one leg, and that leg, even though it's supporting us, still has a slightly bent knee. Now, for stability, you can stop in the middle and then continue. You can also take a shorter step. And just as in the forms, we don't rush this. It's a slow, rhythmic movement. I'm adding a few pieces here because we're still beginners. Okay, so now we switch all the way to the other leg. Make sure the knee is relaxed. Push back, step forward. Down. And we go forward. That looks good. The upper body is sitting on our legs. Wow, you look good. And relax. Down to the knees, and then we make gentle shifts. And I'm going to put all the weight on my right leg, tap out my left with a punching motion with my right. Turn the wrist, pull back, step back, transfer weight. Step out, the weight stays on the back leg. Punch, turn the wrist, pull back, step back. Transfer your weight. Step out, weight stays back. And pull back that empty foot. Good. And now we do the gentle fists again. And again, all the weight on the right leg. We're going to do a heel toe step and let the weight go forward, not the upper body though. Transfer weight, heel toe, weights forward, upper body stays straight. So you have this sensation that you're just sinking into your leg. You're sitting on top of your thigh. And if you're comfortable, you can put a little bit of shoulder action into that punch. Okay, relax. And now, we're down to the ankles. Okay. In, out. Transfer the weight. In, out, in, out, in, out. And I'm watching to see if you're hitting the floor in the same place each time. Let's try heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Good. And transfer the weight. Good. So now we're going to push some air, refreshing air through. We're going to go right through the body, through the feet into the ground. And now we're very aware of our feet being flat and big. Check posture. And come up on the outside of the foot. And flat. Outside, flat. I can go this far, and then I find I can probably exert a little more, depending on the situation with your ankle. Some people have had ankle injuries, wouldn't want to overdo that. But I usually can put a little more weight than I thought. But don't, over time, if you can do that, you can see that if you turn your ankle and you've gotten strong in that position, how helpful that could be for preventing a fall or an injury. And now, feet are flat, and we pick up the outside, and the inside. And you shouldn't see much movement in the legs. You can see my leg. It doesn't look like I'm doing anything because I'm not using my knees. I'm putting the pressure on my ankles to turn my feet in. So I'm lifting up the outside of my foot this time. If this hurts at all, don't do it. Okay, great. And we have one more thing left to do, so let's refresh first. Breathe it in and push it through. Okay, we're going to pick a place to concentrate on, somewhere in the middle distance, a sort of focus. And then I'm going to put all my weight on one leg. I'm going to come up on the ball of my foot. And I'm just going to lift it up off the ground, the floor, and see if I can maintain some balance there. There's no problem with putting your toe down, getting straight, getting your balance back if you start to tip. No problem at all. Because what's happening is, just by doing this exercise, you're making tiny little muscles flash in your feet that have gone to sleep. And older people really lose communication with those tiny muscles that allow you to flash for balance. And so we're just kind of trying to wake them up a little bit. Everyone switch. So even if you have to tap down, your muscles have still started to try to figure it out. Okay, so very good. Yeah. We are warmed up. And shake it out. And let's review the commencement. Okay. I'm going to show you what we've done so far. Okay, so relax. Don't try to do it with me. First of all, I'm facing you, and that makes it more difficult, right and left. And I just want to refresh your memory. So, of course, I always start out with checking my posture, shoulders back, chin back, and shoulders, not just back, but down. And I'm standing with my heels slightly in and my toes pointing out slightly. And the commencement look like this. And we did a breathe in, breathe out. And then we did a single whip. So that's what we did last week. And we will then be set up, after we practice that for a while, we'll be set up to do wave hands in the clouds. And this is a thing you see all the time in Tai Chi, in forms other than the 73 forms too, where you wave your hands in the clouds while you're transferring your weight, which is what we just did when we were warming up, and you're waving your hands. Looks so simple, doesn't it? Okay. Just like the commencement looks simple. Okay, so let's review the commencement. So first checking our posture. And commence. Arms up away from the body. Now sink down a little and bring your arms toward your body. Step forward with your left. Come up along the body, step forward with your right. Pat your shoulders. Reach out, but not too far. Come back. You may as well do the breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. I'll talk a little bit less each time. Commence. Keep the arms away from the body. Step forward. Up along the body. Step with the right. Reach out. Palms stay facing each other. Come back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. 1 more time. Commence. All right. Any questions? Anyone want to practice with that? No problem. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now let's, so we did a breathe in, breathe out. That's our little punctuation form that's going to always leads to the next form. So let me demonstrate this. We're going to be doing the single whip. And let me just demonstrate that for you again. So, from the breathe out position, we look a little to the left. We put all the weight on the left leg so we can take a step to the side with our right foot. And then we push our hands like a wedge, push them away, and then fan them out like opening a curtain. Not too far, a little bit past the edge of your body. Hands stay up in a blocking position. Not like this, but this is a kind of a martial block here. And then this right side that's hanging out, we're going to bring it back in. We're going to bring the hand in, and we're going to bring the foot in. In order to do that, we shifted our weight, right? So we can empty the weight of that right foot to step in. And this is automatic, but we're trying to be conscious about where our weight is. Okay, so from the closed position, or the breathe out, look a little to the right, take a step to the right, push your hands away, open the curtain, and bring your whole right side in. The right hand ends up pointing to your left elbow. Good. And again, you have a nice comfortable distance between your feet. We just did a breathe in, breathe out. Look a little to the right, take a step to the side, push away, open the curtain, and bring your right side in. And when you bring your right side in, you end up on the ball of the foot that came in. And I didn't like how close I got to my left foot. Not good example. So I'm going to leave a little more space between my feet because it's a habit we need to be in when we do all the forms. Never to have the feet tight closely together, okay? So here we go, no talking, except to breathe out. Good. Okay, so while we're here, we're going to start the wave hands. And we are poised to do it because we just got ourselves in position. So the first, let's just practice the feet for wave hands. And we're doing wave hands to the right. And this fall prevention is, okay, so now the trick is putting together. So let's do it. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to look a little to the right, and we're going to take that first step to the right that we were doing. Just step to the right. Push away for single whip. And we stepped in, we're on the ball of the right foot. Now we take for wave hands, we take our first big step to the right. Now before we do anything, before we move our hands, we switch them. Well, we're still over here on the left. And then we watch the hand come around to the other side. When it gets to the other side, we step in with the left. And now we switch hands while we're still over here. And watch the hand come around to the other side. And we take our second step. So second step to the right. Switch hands. And of course, you're wide open, so of course you're going to want to step in. Switch hands. And when you come around to the side, take your third step. Switch your hand while we're still over here. Come around to the other side. Now we're going to close in with a little follow step, but no more big steps. So we just let the hands switch around to the front. And we're finished with wave hands to the right. Okay, so we'll do that. And one helpful way to think about the wave hands is that the hands, it's the stepping that cues the hands to then switch. So you step first and then your hands do something. You step and then your hands do something. So if you just watch it, you can see a step, hand switch. Step in, even just that little step in causes the hands to switch. Now nothing happens until I take the second big step, and then I switch. So you can almost think of it as step, switch. Just have to remember to come across. Step, switch. And the final one, you just come back to the center. All right, so let's take a quick break and just let our hands freely. Out of concentration and change direction. And one hand on your hip and scoop in front and turn your wrist so you can watch the back of the hand. Scoop under and now switch hands and scoop with the other hand. Also, we're supposed to be watching our hands in our form that we're learning, so this is a good time to practice it. You watch the back of your hand move across. And of course, when you're doing this, all the movement is in your legs are going like this. Your upper body's perfectly straight, right? Scoop, nothing's happening with your upper body. Yeah, that's good. So when you're at home and you're ready to lift something up, go like this. You may have to, that's an example, you may have to move a little bit, but mostly you're going to work with your feet. Your feet are going to do the work when you're lifting. Okay. Back again, let's just try that wave hands to the right. And from the breathe out position, look a little to the right, and we take a step to the right, push the hands away, open the curtain, and now the first part of wave hands, step to the right, switch, let the hand come across, step in, switch. Only on the second step. Step in, switch. Now is the third big step. Switch. And step in, and back to the center. There are actually 6 steps if you count. 3 big ones and 3 little follow steps. And so the hands are waving constantly because every time you step, you switch hands. So I think it would be fun to put that to music, what we've done so far. We'll find her.
I never know, I took back my lessons.
Okay, so let's just get ready. Shoulders down and back. Take a nice deep breath. Commence. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look to the right. Step. Open the curtains. step to the right, switch. Step in, switch. Second step, switch. Step in, switch. And the third step, switch. Now just the hands, switch around to the front, palms facing, and you breathe in, breathe out. Oh, it's going to take practice.
Yeah, what?
It's kind of nice to have enough to keep us busy for a bit when I put the music on. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yes.
Okay, so. And let's pound the lower back and pound down that back of the legs and front to front. Okay, and get some heat going. And put the lower back and rub it down the back. Front to front. And down the back. Okay, and now we're going to scoop up, invert the hands, and breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Once more, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And now let's gather up any thoughts we can live without, take up and let them go. And I salute you. I wish you a good week. I think it's going to be a nice week, and a little bit of rain, which we need. And I hope I see you all back next week, because we're making beautiful progress.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck with your two smart ones.
Yeah.
Dealing with